experience, that what is that one trend in the industry which has really helped you, in growing your brand or in growing your company. So we would like to start from Mr. Anubhav here.
Kusum, there's been many actually, but if I have to focus on one as a company in the health and beauty industry, one trend that has worked for us is emphasizing on natural and organic ingredients in our products.
Great.
You understand that consumers are becoming increasingly aware of the ingredients in the product they use. Today, if you go to any shopping mall or any shop, you rather than looking at the product itself, you look at the label. So, and many are looking for options that are free of harsh chemicals and synthetic ingredients. By offering products that are made with natural and organic ingredients, we've been able to appeal to the growing market
Okay.
and differentiate ourselves from the competitors.
Mhm.
One more trend that has worked out for us is that a focus on eco-friendly packaging, and of course the sustainability angle uh, that is entangled with. We understand that consumers are becoming more environmentally conscious, and are looking for products that are packaged in a way that reduces the waste and is better for the environment. By using eco-friendly packaging, we've been able to appeal to this growing market, and
Great.
uh, and been a little up in the trend. Uh, One more thing that I would like to say is personalization and customization is the way of the future. So if you are able to personalize, ask for different segments, different groups, different age groups, or then I think that will really help you to grow in the market and at this point of time. So personalization and catering to different groups, as specific as you can be, has been a real a trendsetter for us too. Um, these are some of the things that we have done in our products. Also, we have been talking about sustainability and some transparent supply chain, which we've been practicing also for throughout our products and product range of products that we do and develop. So that has given a message to our customers that we are careful about what we are producing, and we are careful about our customers. We are careful about their skin and their health, and on a major note, we are careful about the planet that we are living in. So these are some of the trends which has been helping us significantly.
Great, great, Mr. Anubhav. That thanks for sharing these insights, and I would love to hear from audience how interesting this session is or how informative this session is. Please put your messages across in chats. It would be lovely getting your thoughts and the ideas while we are discussing about health and beauty. So, Herschel, what about you? What is that one trend which has helped your company to move fast and be in line with the industry growth?
So, um, I don't think I would call it one trend since we own many brands. We need to take care of different markets. We are there in this business for almost 2 decades. So we are well established with our products. Customers know what they are picking. There are many big brands like from Indian markets for our Indian products who try and place their products near us. So I don't think we follow trends. We are the trend makers in many markets for quite, I think a decade we would be trendsetters. The rest of the 10 took a lot of hard work from my dad who built this business, analyzing trends. And we are market leaders where we are, and that is why we are there in India. Now we'll be launching our products over here also. We have country-specific products, country-specific brands. Like for example, one of our Russian brands, we come in the top four for the toothpaste category. We've been there for more than 2 decades over there, and for the past 10 years, we've been on the top three or top four toothpaste brand over there, hair color, natural brands. Then we own categories in soaps, hair colors, essential oils, nail polishes. We get our makeup from European countries, many skincare brands from Korea. So I think you need to have your own trend rather than following. You need to make space for yourself in the market and be known for something better than others when you're there on the shelf or even on the e-commerce platforms.
Great. What about you, Divyanshi? What about, that trend in your company, looking at industry? Yeah.
Hi, thank you for having me again. So, when it comes to the beauty industry, what I feel is, people do not really run behind trends. The consumers want what is going to be suiting their particular skin type, what is going to cater to their specific needs, because your skin type is something which is not, same for everybody. It's not like a clothing trend, it's not like a fashion trend, it's not like a new phone trend. Beauty trends are something which vary for every individual out there. What our USP, or what the one particular trend which has worked well for another years, is the fact that our products are composed with naturally Ayurvedic products. All the components are naturally Ayurvedic. We have certification from the Ministry of Ayush. Our customers look at the ingredients first. They look for if our product has kumkumadi oil, if it has sesame oil, if it has hyaluronic acid. They do not look for something which is going to lighten their skin. They are not looking for something which is going to brighten their complexion. They are not looking for something which is going to make them beautiful overnight. They're looking for something which is going to purify the skin, like I said before. The trends which were earlier there, the trends which people followed for over decades, the ads which we saw, the trends which people followed, that fair skin is better, also we should be using products which will lighten our skin tone, etc., etc., is not something which is being followed anymore. People are looking for products which are sourced from natural components. So that is one thing. It's obviously, it's coming from the consumer. It's coming from their own awareness that what is now good for them. So the trend, which is, the global trend, basically, not just the Indian trend, which is shifting the focus towards more Ayurvedic products, is what has helped our brand. And there are people who are far more experienced than us, who've been in the industry for like it was just mentioned, for decades. Our product is comparatively new, but the response which they received, just because they're a completely Ayurvedic, naturally Ayurvedic brand, is what is one trend which has worked out for us.
Great, great. Thank you, Divyanshi. Looking in from the consumer point of view is, of course, a great expertise to work upon. What do you think, Manas? We would like to hear from you. Yeah.
So, like Divyanshi said, personalization is the key. So, that is what we are doing currently in the market. All the products we have, which we have developed and which we are catering in the market, are finalized by our R&D team. So, our R&D team has a panel of doctors in it. So, all the doctors happen to be skin specialists and other Ayurveda charyas and a few homeopathic. So, all the shampoos, conditioners, and other all the essential oils and skincare creams which we have in our portfolio. So all of them have been tested by them. So that happens to be our USP. And each and everything has been approved by Ministry of Ayush. All the products are halal certified. So that happens to that. We try to set a trend. We, like I said, skincare is healthcare. People are considering health as a skin. So they like to take care of their health like they consider skin a part of their health.
Okay. Very well said, all the experts over here. So using the requirement as a trend, or uncovering the needs to set our trend from, and then at the same time becoming a trend maker. Personalization of the products is really interesting. That how do we cater to the needs of the audiences, or I would say the consumers. Now, as Mr. Anubhav said in the beginning, that obviously e-commerce is another thing which is really helping the business grow. and which actually is seen as that going digital is the new way. So would like to understand that how the digitalization has helped your business to grow forward. So here would like to know more from Divyanshi first, that how this digital world is helping your brand to set up the market or to expand the market.
As we all know, social media is something, social media is being compared to a newspaper these days. It reaches almost 99% of households, at least in our country. So when it comes to social media or digitization, what matters is the kind of content you're providing, the kind of information you're giving out, the kind of display you're putting up for the right consumer, your target audience being in connection to you is foremost, obviously. Social media has played a huge role for us to reach out to consumers. First of all, each and every one of our product is human tested, which is a really big deal in the fashion industry. We have not encouraged any kind of animal testing ever. And we're really thankful to everybody who initiated to help us, pick up the right product, pick up the right composition of ingredients, etc. So social media helped us reach out to those people. They helped us in the testing process. And social media has helped us reach to households which appreciate the natural composition of our product. It has helped us reach influencers, bloggers, because Instagram Live, your blogs, your stories are what reaches the masses, right? So for us, being a new brand in the market, social media has played a huge role. And being a social media manager myself back in the day, I also understand that the kind of content you're generating has to be very target market specific. So our product is unisex. It's not for just women. It's for both the genders. I mean, all the genders which are out there. So when you are promoting a product which is for everybody to use, you cannot just be, consumer centric. You have to also diversify. So the target audience here is vast, which is why we believe social media is one platform which is going to boost this industry, is already boosting the industry, and is going to do wonders for this industry in future, and especially for our product. Because the first thing I hear every day from everybody around me is how they go online checking what is going to be best for their skin type, what product, what component, what natural ingredients should they be using, for be it home care remedies, be it a product which is composed from those remedies, etc., etc. So that's all.
Okay, Devanshi. So while Devanshi is promoting social media in the digital world, you're, I would say, using social media in the digital world. Mr. Anubhav, what do you think, apart from social media, what all, digital aspects can be used, or what all you are doing, using the digital as a technology to boost the business? Yeah. You're, okay.
I'm sorry, I was muted. I would
Yeah.
100% agree with Devanshi on this. Social media plays a vital role in this. But as a company in the health and beauty industry, we have definitely seen the benefits of digitization in our business. I mean, we are there in the industry since last 3 decades. It took us some time to understand and feel the importance of go digital, but once we decided to do that, we really felt the difference. Um, it just been one thing is going online and selling your products, but to get a chance to interact with your customers instant basis, that is something that is very important. Earlier there was no such channel which was available where your customers can give you a feedback right away and you are able to harp on it and develop something new or do some amendments to your products immediately. But today that's not the case. You can get a feedback from your customers as soon as they have the product in their hand, and these feedbacks are really important for you to, so that you go on developing, amending, changing, and making your product better and better. This is one aspect of it. The second thing is talking about the channels and the platforms that is available to us. Of course, social media is one, but you will have to continue to do a lot of email marketing, a lot of SEO, a lot of content building on your website and on other platforms, of course. So these are things which I'm sure has helped us a lot. We have focused on social media heavily, but that doesn't mean that we are left out on other things also. So a lot of content that we create is to aware our audience on the products that we create, and a general awareness in terms of skincare and essential oils, how aromatherapy works and stuff like that. To give information products, how to identify the genuine products, and how to talk about the ingredients that they have, and how a sustainable product is sourced, and a lot of things that we are able to do on a day-to-day basis. We are able to transfer those information to our customers instantly through social media platforms. So it has really helped. uh, as a next, I think we are building up a virtual shop where the customers will be able to get into a website, put their VR headsets on and have a look at the shop itself, or see our production flow, interact virtually with our production people, managers, and R&D scientists, and see which products works out best and how they formulate the products. So that's also something which is in our mind for 2023. And I think the way virtual reality is coming up, and the way AI is coming up, it's inevitable that you have to go digital to sustain. I mean, everybody would 100% agree that our lives are now revolving around mobile phones, since waking up in the morning to while going back to bed at night. Everything revolves around a mobile phone. So these days, you don't go back to your computer to look out for something. You simply type in your mobile browser and find an answer to it. May it be, telling your kid something, how to do parenting, or finding out a good product for you, or finding a nearby supplier, a store, or a whatever reason. These days, people to people interaction have gone down, but people to mobile interaction has gone up. So digitalization is something that you will have to do, and you will be left out if you don't do for that. I'm not saying that the offline world is not there. There is an offline world, and that needs scattering too, where Get Distributor comes to help. But digitalization has helped us a lot, and I think both should go balanced hand in hand.
Great. So, what do you think, Manas? Adding on further to what Mr. Anubhav said, we can see a lot of experiences, talking over here and giving us the knowledge that how do we move forward. Yeah. So, what do you think, Manas? Yeah.
No, so we always look at social media as a platform to deliver our products, to reach to the customer base, create visibility for our products, for our brand in the market. So it has always been on a positive note. Since we are new to this industry, it has been only 3 years. We are catering people and their needs. So the feedback part helps us really lot to amend the products, to understand the requirement, and to design new products.
Okay.
And other thing is content marketing, SEO, email marketing, everything was mentioned by Anubhavji. So all those things are supplementary things, but as we are new, we are finding it as a platform to create our space.
Great, great, great. Okay. What about you, Harshil? Would you like to add on over here to what Manas said just now? You're on mute, Harshil. Please unmute yourself. You're not audible. Please increase the volume. I think the volume has gone down. Kindly refresh this the screen, or kindly refresh, check your internet connection, because your voice is not coming. So while Harshal set up their system, the forum is open for audience to ask any of the questions or put their messages across in the chat box.
Am
If
I
any,
audible now?
yes, yes, yes. So Mr. Harshal is back with us, and would like to hear from him
Yeah.
that how digitization has been helping the business, as he says that they
No,
are very,
I
yeah.
would really appreciate Mr. Anubhav. He's put all the points across, and I don't think I'll be able to add anything more valuable to it. It was very well put by him. So yeah,
Okay,
Thanks.
so thank you,
most
Harshal,
welcome.
for allowing us to move to the next question of our session.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, so we can see that our brands and the manufacturers are using everything like social media to content marketing, and ensuring that we are living in the virtual reality to connect with the customers faster. Now we will think on that, while we are talking everything positive and the things are really doing great, we understand that challenges are also the part of it. So would like to hear from the expertise that what kind of challenges they have faced throughout their journey in cosmetics or the beauty care and the personal care, and how they have overcome those challenges. So would like to understand from Manas over here first, that since he is trying to establish, I'm sure the early days are more challenging. And
Correct, correct.
yeah, yes, yes.
So we had been through a lot of challenges because we initiated our company 2 months before pandemic. We initiated around January, and after that in April, March, we faced lockdowns and everything. So we only had a platform that was Amazon, and that is the e-commerce part and the website part. So we were not able to establish our brand offline. We were not able to tell the people that we are in the market. So we were like facing many challenges, but eventually we focused on the export marketing in the meanwhile, and we established 2 to 3 clients in Vietnam and Singapore, and we are currently doing, and we are still delivering those clients, and we are trying to establish a market, proper e-commerce market and offline market in India.
Okay. So how did you overcome this challenge in India? Like export, of course, is the parallel route which helps you establish your business faster. But but if you have to look at how did you overcome the challenges to establish your brand in India, what all you did, or what was the strategy you adopted? Yeah.
No, the strategy was like we focused on content marketing. Basically, the part was we had we were completely go in a good condition that we can trust our product. We knew what our product was, so we got ahead with all the product and the content. We kept on posting things. We kept on doing the SEO, and we got good amount of sales from our website.
Great. So e-commerce plays a vital role, and it really helped you. So what about you, Devyanshi? What were the challenges and how did you overcome? Yeah.
So I think the major, so this firm, this brand was my father's idea. It's all his efforts which went into it, and I was the only family member who was aware of it throughout, like who was aware of all of it every step of the way. The major challenges which I myself felt that were coming in the way were transparency and traceability in ingredient supply chain, first of all. So, since the ingredient supply chain is global, you really do not know its origination, which is why it became a little difficult during the testing process as to what is being put into the product. Second of all, the sustainable packaging. Packaging waste is major sustainability concern for the industry. So we have tried to minimize the plastic use as much as possible. Our packaging is made from renewable resources. I mean, the packaging costs are obviously high when it comes to using packaging which is environmental friendly. But so there it was in there like one of the major issues was directing from the fact that global warming, degradation of natural resources, all of that is a big concern right now. And we wanted to come out from a sustainable point of view because our entire product focuses on the fact it focuses on enhancing natural beauty. Our tagline is naturally luxurious, which has to speak. So the product has to speak for itself, be it the quality of it or be it the packaging of it. Apart from that, I think for a beauty brand, what's another major concern is water management. Water waste, contaminating of water while the production process is a huge problem. The cosmetic industry uses a huge amount of water, and the natural water resources are depleting tremendously at this point. However, few companies are addressing these issues, and ours is one of them. And social impacts, most cosmetics and personal care companies are focusing on environmental impacts. However, few of them are focusing on social impacts, third party impacts. Foundations have been set up and charitable donations are being made so that whatever profit which is coming out of our business is not just, benefiting us, but it's benefiting others who are in need. So having a product which is being sold on a large scale, having a product which is being sold for not a very reasonable price, it shouldn't just be benefiting two parties, the consumer and the producer. It should also have some positive social impact, I would say. So we have focused and catered towards charitable organizations providing funds to NGOs and orphanage, etc., etc. Apart from that, another major challenge which I felt was faced by us was getting the consumers, getting a target audience to help us test the product. Like I said, we do not appreciate animal testing at all. Our products are all naturally tested. Initially, it started with our own family. We are a small family. It's just me, my mother, my father, and my brother. It started at home. We got the product manufactured on a very small scale. And since you all know it's cosmetics, it's not easy to just experiment with it. It takes a lot of inner strength to put something on your skin which might just cause a reaction. Then it expanded. We involved other people, we involved relatives, family members, friends, and we're really thankful to them to have helped us reach the stage we are at today. So that was another one issue because coming from a very strong, principled Hindu family, no harm to animals had to be caused at any cost. So yeah, that's about that.
Great, great, Devanshi. Thank you so much. What about, would like to hear from Mr. Anubhav now because we know that now a lot of experience would be talking here. So 3 decades, challenges, and how you make it a win-win. Yeah.
Yeah, it was certainly challenging, and the entire industry was going through a lot of difficulties. I mean, humanity was hit by a difficult phase. So it was not just us, everybody us was suffering. Um, One of the biggest challenges that we faced is to maintain the supply chain. But we, majorly we are a company which works uh, with the food and flavor industry. We are raw material suppliers and ingredient suppliers to pharmaceutical companies. So we have had this opportunity to maintain our, to continue to operate our warehouse. We got permissions from different departments and authorities to operate because we were essential suppliers. However, the challenge that we faced is to call the employees on ground because it was a moral and ethical question, and it was also a challenging situation at that point of time. People were restricted inside their homes and they were not able to move out. There was nothing moving. Even if you had a lot of permits and authorities were informed, but still movement was a challenge. And that's when came the challenge of the supply chain. When I'm talking about supply chain is with not only in regards to the raw material, supply chain in regards to your packaging, your raw material, and a lot of issue with the distribution. So everything was coming to a standstill, and we have had a very disruptive situation. But it was just not us; it was for everyone. So salons, spas, a lot of other segments of the industry which were closed and had to face the restrictions. We were just one of among them. We learned a lot of things from the industry. I mean, the lockdowns and the restrictions, of course. So we had to diversify on our supply chain. We quickly learned the the challenges that we are facing, at the reasons behind the challenges we are facing. And we had to diversify our supply chain. We had to depend upon the local suppliers rather than depending upon suppliers those who were settled somewhere else, or those raw materials which were coming from a lot of distance. We had to squeeze in and find out suppliers those were available near to us. um, these were done in regards to maintain the supply chain and to maintain a positive attitude towards having the supply chain at your disposal. Keeping a regulated stock was always in our forte. So we had a good amount of stock of all our raw materials uh, even before the pandemic. But we didn't know how long the pandemic would go on. So it was coming and going and coming, and then there is first wave, then was second wave, and then the third wave. So we developed a proper system to maintain certain volume of stock for our raw materials, and a certain volume of stock for our packaging materials, and that's how we evolved on that challenge. There's one more challenge we faced, as I told you, regarding the distribution part of it. So even if you have an order, how do you dispatch? Nobody comes to pick it up. Even if your products are stored at your CIF and nobody comes to pick it up, or no vehicle is available to deliver it. So, and most of the skincare and cosmetic products are perishable items. You have a certain expiry date written on the products itself. So we have had a lot of challenges in those regards too. So we decided, we had to play our part. We decided to call off a lot of inventory from the market, which was already there. We took a note of all the products that were those were sold to customers. We managed to talk back to all the customers and see if all the products are delivered to them in time. If they have received all their products as per their orders. So things we did to make sure that we have a good customer and supplier relationship and a manufacturer relationship. Those were also learnings from the pandemic. Um, to manage the cost was one more challenge, because there was a less availability. The supply chain was disrupted, and the production was disrupted. The cost went up very heavily for a lot of raw materials, for a lot of packaging materials. To maintain the cost, that was uh, it was becoming pretty tough for us. But still, we decided to, as I told you, we decided to lower our margins and then to give the benefit to the customer rather than increasing the profit or increasing the price, because I knew that was required for the economy to, we had to play our part in the economy. So so we have made our fair share of the business. So this is something that we could have done for the society that we live in. So we decided to go down on our margins and then give the benefit to the customer rather than increasing the price, as I told you. There's one peculiar challenge that we faced is maintaining our reputation. Um, there were a lot of reasons for which um, customers didn't get their production time. Even if they get their production time, there was something else which was not proper, because there was no monitoring that was happening. There was no ABC check which was happening at the time of packaging. So a lot of difficulties that we faced ended up making mistakes. So to recover from those mistakes, to talk to all our customers and make them feel comfortable, and then get back them to our bucket was another challenge. So we had to convince them that these were just certain glitches in the system, because of which the errors were there. But ideally, I think we have learned a lot of things, learned a lot of lessons from the pandemic itself, and life had changed 180 degrees, I would say, significantly after the pandemic itself. So as businessmen, or people from the industry, we have understood that it is very essential for us to connect and feel that somebody who is buying is just not a buyer for you, or just not a customer for you, is another human being. So that human touch has come back to us, which I think was a little bit of missing just before the pandemic itself, because we were 30 years old in the industry. We thought, we were just talking numbers, charts, figures, and stuff like that. But right now, it's not about, it's not about that. It's about how we live and live emotional effect on the customer's mind, rather than being just a supplier or a product manufacturer for them. Yeah. So a lot of learnings, of course. Kusum.
Great, great, great. Thank you, Mr. Nubab. And, I'd like to applaud for all these speakers here. It really felt like that we are a part of the, health and beauty, understanding how the business is growing, to the challenges, to the digital world, and how Get Distributors is also playing a part of it. So really a wonderful session, and thank you so much for these insights and making it so interactive. So Akansha, yeah, over to you. Akansha, would like to hear. Yes.
So really, this has been a very, very informative session with all of the insights coming from people who are associated with the business so closely, and it makes us understand that how things run in a day-to-day business life. So thank you so much for sharing these insights. And concluding now, on behalf of Get Distributors team, I would like to thank you all for joining us and being a part of this webinar. Thank you all the participants to the webinar. We have a lot of comments in the chat section that say that this session was really insightful, and this was inspiring. This has encouraged all the audience. So thank you all speakers to being a part of this webinar. We are going to be very actively posting all this on our social media handles. So keep, just be there, look forward and share with your family and friends so that this knowledge can be spread across. Thank you so much. And anyone who wants to just be a part of Get Distributors looking for business opportunities, please connect with Kusum Sharma at kusum.sharma@tradeindia.com.
Thank you very much, everyone. It is a
Yeah,
pleasure.
thank you, Mr. Anubhav and Manas and Divyanshi. We would love to have you, here again on the platform when we plan to do something specific again for beauty and personal care. Have a great day ahead, and thank you for the information.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.